Okay, good day, everybody. So, I want to do a tour on my farm, and I'll be showing some of the things I have in my farm here. So, quickly, I move to my rabbit yard where I'll be showing you some rabbits in here, and also their breeds. So, I start with a chinchilla here. So, I have a chinchilla here. You can see it's trying to feed, it's eating. So, it delivered about last week Wednesday. So I'm also here to check up and also to see how the babies are doing. It's a very good mother. I trust it. It's a very good mother. It's able to take good care of the kids. So you can see the kids in there. You can see the kids in there, very hearty, very strong. It littered about five for me. So you can see the babies in there jumping. Just a week, but when you see them, very big. You can touch them. They are about five in number. I cross it with South African black. I cross of South African black, and so you can see how it is. It look like. So they are even less than 1 week, and you can see them very big. And so with time, they are going to grow up and to become big. So that is it. A good mother, and I will have to keep it for a very long time. Then we talk about a polish. This is a Polish breed. I got it from a farmer. That is, I've forgotten his name. Well, we'll get it later. It's a very good breed. I crossed it. It's about 2 weeks pregnant. And you can see it feeding there. So I would like to take it up. Um, so I have another breed here called another chinchilla. A very good mother as well. I like the chinchilla breeds. They are very good. Very good mother as well. I crossed it yesterday. And therefore, yes, I have this breed here as well. A Dutch. This Dutch, the first time it littered about eight and all died. I don't know. So I've recrossed it for the second time. When I see the second time, when I check it the second time, and then it's not able to feed the kids very well, what I'll do is that I'll sell it out for meat. Although it has a very bulky body, the first time it didn't perform well, so I'm taking my time patiently to wait and then see the second later. It's also about 2 weeks pregnant. So that is it. Then let's get to the third, please. You can also talk of a South African black in this cage. A very bulky black, as you can see, very big. Yes, I like this black because the energy level is just high, it's big, it's able to have dominion over the females or the does and then able to cross them very well. And so because of that, I like it so much. The meat is also for meat production, as you can see the body. Very bulky for meat production. And so when you're looking for breeds to start your farm, you have to look at the father. Yes. Then when you give birth to their awards also, then you expect meat, a lot of meat. And I also have a chinchilla here, a chinchilla female, which is about 2.5 weeks pregnant. So I have a lot of pregnant does in my farm this time. It is also very strong. When I don't like opening the cage because I don't know, all my rabbits, they are kind of radical. As soon as you try opening the cage, they try to come out and then be on the floor, and I don't like it that way. They want to move on the floor, run, go up and come down and stuff. So I don't like opening my cages down. So that's by the time I come back, they might even get out of the cage, dig some holes, and even come out of the yard. Then you can also talk of another California white. Another California white, which is a male. It's also an active male as well. And so I keep about three males in my farm for now. With time, when I get the breeds and they are many, I'll be adding some other males, or I'll be exchanging some other males so that I can have a lot of breeds on my farm. So that is another California white. So we have a California white female and a California white male here. as well. Very hearty. They are doing well. And when you're thinking of starting a business, I think rabbit is a very nice business you can start with. Then I also have New Zealand White. Yes, very stubborn. It's only 6 months, but very active. And so, because it's even troublesome, sometimes it can be 6 cage in stuffs. Very stubborn. And that is how it has to be. You need to have active animals so that when they are not active, you begin to figure out what is wrong with them, whether they are sick or what the problem is. So all my animals here are very, very active. So that is for the New Zealand White. Then I can say let's talk of these breeds here. I am yet to determine their sex. Yes, I win them last week. They are four in number. I am yet to determine their sex. I've not got time to check yet, but I think they are not up to age where they can have a mature pregnancy or something like that. So I'm not bothered that much. They are all about they are 6 weeks plus. I win them last week from their mother, and they are doing so well. I crossed it with South African black, but this time the colors I got like it's like they are chinchilla or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to even name them. If somebody can help me out, that would be fair enough. Because looking at them, they look more of chinchilla than the South African black that I crossed them with. So it means that although I crossed it with a chinchilla mother, so they took the color of their mother. So I think the color of their mother was dominant. Is dominant in them as compared to that of the male. So that is for the rabbit. So you want to start a business? Rabbit is not a bad idea. Yes, it is not other capital intensive, especially when you live in an area where you have a lot of grass and stuff. Yeah, so looking at this cage here, very small. I'm thinking of starting a quail business. I'm thinking of starting a quail business, but because I don't have much skills in it, I decided to build something small here that will take about 25 to 30 pieces. So when I get there, when I gain the experience, and I can think of expanding it further. That is why you have a cage very small here as a start. So I would like to take you now to my backyard. Yes, I think I started it. That was last month. The guest from Achama. He introduced me to the duck business. He said it's a very nice one, and so I can start it. So for that matter, I decided to take some breeds from his farm. So you can look at the duck. You can see the duck. There are about five in number. I have some four females and then one male, one good male among them. And so in no time, around September, October, I expect them to start laying eggs and then producing their younger offsprings. And so looking at those birds there as well, the fowl, I also brought them in last 2 weeks. Yes, that was the last week in August. Yes. So I brought them in here. Was I'm planning on having some guinea fowls in my farm as well. And I was looking at how I'm going to hatch them since I don't have much money to buy incubators and stuff. I feel like buying some of these chicks will be helpful. And so with this also I have about some four of the Plymouth Rock chicks here. And that's the name, the Plymouth Rock chicks. They are about four in number, three females and then a male. And so when they cross and then they begin to lay eggs, I will exchange their eggs with the guinea fowls. And then they also be helping me hatch some of the quail eggs as well. That's it. I also do goats as well, but it seems like I've already opened their house and so they are out. And so the next video maybe we'll also see that and then it's not all that capital intensive. I think when I started this, it was a bit draining me. So I have to do some partnership with my brother. So it's about I'll say it's almost about 2,500 to 3,000 cities starting up something like this. But you can start on a small scale if you don't have much money, and then you think of increasing the numbers. While when they grow, when you get the money, then you increase your farm as well. And then I also started a snail. That's last 3 weeks. Yes, I think today is our 8th August. So last 3 weeks, I don't know the dates. I've written it somewhere now. I also started some snails and also got some species there. That is the Nwapa species in there. But I think it is afternoon, and so they are all hidden under the how I call it, the plantain leaves. You only see them in the evening coming to eat. So when I provide food for them in the evening, you see them coming up to eat. Uh-huh. Yeah, so those are some of the things that we can start little by little, and then yeah, you can also make something out. Just that you need to have love for some of these animals, and then you need to be patient enough. If you're somebody who is in a hurry, you cannot do some of these things because they take a lot of time. With the rabbits like this, I started them in about I think 7th January. That's when I started it. But I think one mistake I did was that no, it's not a mistake because of financial constraints. Because of financial constraints, I wasn't able to buy the big ones from the beginning. So I bought the younger ones, which are about 2 months. So I have to wait about 4 or 5 months for them to start reproducing their young ones. And so now that we are in August, I have about some 16 bunnies on my farm. If I were to buy the older ones from the beginning, I would have had maybe more than about 50 species by now, more than 40 species by now. And so that is it for now. So you can also start something very small. Yeah. And in no time, you start cashing out. Yes. The rabbit farm, the market is already there. Now, we don't have a permanent market where we sell rabbits, but there are a lot of people who would like rabbits. And so you create the market and then yes, you get your cash as well. So that is it for now. I think next time we'll also talk into details how you can rear some of these animals, how you can manage them for you to make your profit and not to run at a loss because some of these things you buy feed for them. And this one I feed them with both the grass and the so when you see that farm like that, you can see some maize leaves there. When you enter that farm as well, you can get some sweet potato leaves in there. When you go to the other side of it, there are some grasses there that we get for them. And so I think this is one of the goats in the farm there eating. Yes, that's one of the goats that I really. The rest are out somewhere. They are also young as well, and so in no time they'll start reproducing. So that is it. So you can start something small, and with no time, you can make it to cash out as a small farmer. My area here is like a residential area, and although I am yet to gain much experience on quails, I'm also trying to find out. I don't have any. Sorry, not the quails. Catfish. Yes, catfish. I don't have much. I have little knowledge on catfish, and I want to do some. But looking at my area, I feel like it is going to a bit convenience the people in the community since I don't know the kind of odor you produce and where one problem I'm also having is where to release some of these waste waters when they are dirty and stuff. So when I get a place that is cool, that you can do that without inconveniencing the people in the environment, yes. And I also try starting something like that. But till then, in my small yard, this is what I am able to do for now. Yes, you can also start something very small as a side business. I do electrical works as well, and then I also do some teaching. Yeah, so that is it. So it is like a side business, although you will not be that rich, but it doesn't make you poor as well. So you can give it a thought. Mm, with time, yes, it doesn't make you rich that much, but it doesn't make you poor too. Always you have something on your hand in your hand and you're able to turn yourself around. That is what is most important. So till the time I come your way, I think it's a bye for now and stay safe as well.